Um, Something I'm curious about now, getting to some schooling things.
Yes.
Um, I am studying to be a Spanish teacher, and I understand that you speak Spanish.
Sí, es mi especialización en la universidad.
Wow, hablas muy bien.
Gracias, muchas gracias.
Well, first of all, how did you get interested in learning Spanish?
Well, it all started when I started kindergarten. My elementary school was actually a Spanish immersion school.
Oh.
So we had to learn, simple phrases, colors and numbers and simple vocabulary like that. And my very first teacher was originally from Chile, and I enjoyed taking from her so much that I continued on through elementary and even middle and high school, and now it's my major in college.
Wow. And 'cause a lot of learning a second language is dealing with grammar and learning new vocabulary. And when you don't hear a language spoken every day, as you do your first language, you need to refer to visual references like verb conjugation charts, etc. So how do you go about reviewing materials learned?
Well, I guess the best part was being able to start young and having such wonderful teachers in the Spanish field. As a matter of fact, and also being able to practice. Like I had a doctor that I went to regularly when I was 7 or 8 years old and learning Spanish, and it was always great because he could speak Spanish as well, so I could go to his office and practice Spanish.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's great. And what subjects are most difficult in school as a result of your disabilities?
For me, I found math the most challenging because there's all these charts and graphs, and you kind of have to have like say you're trying to solve a difficult algebraic equation. You've got to have some of the stuff written out for you, and it's
right. Yeah, that would be difficult. So what types of, I'm sorry, you were going to say?
And then being able to understand, charts and graphs and having, something that you can read right there in front of you.
Yeah, to have those reference materials right there would be
right.
helpful. And what types of assistive technology have you used throughout your schooling career from kindergarten to now, and have those different technologies changed throughout?
Right. Well, some of the technology like that I'm currently using, I use one piece of technology. It's called a Braille note, and that's kind of like a laptop for visually impaired people.
Right.
There's I think there's 9 buttons on it, and 6 of them represent the dots to what's known as the Braille cell, dots 1 through 6. Plus there's a space bar, a backspace key, and a return key. And it's got these little flashcards that you can write a document on and convert them into Microsoft Word, and then put it into the computer and print a text copy or a Braille copy. Also, I can use a desktop computer. There's this screen reading software called JAWS that will read the text that's up on the screen, and also will help me read documents out loud.
So you use a regular keyboard and you just know where the letters are.
Well, of course, it also
when you're on a desktop.
Yes, when I'm on a desktop, but it also talks to me. I'll hit a letter A and it'll say A, or a letter S and it'll say S, or what have you.
And when you're typing fast, does it kind of get jumbled, or?
Well, generally, since I've learned the computer more or less, that doesn't really bother me as much. So I can type quickly, and I just learn, not to pay attention to the speech if I don't have to.
Yeah, because it seems like it might be distracting if you were trying to get through it quickly.
It's not too bad as of yet. So.
Yeah. And what kind of challenges do you face taking exams, and what sort of special accommodations, if any, does the teacher provide you?
Well, as for exams, the University of Louisville has a wonderful place called the Disabilities Resource Center. And of course, the tests are pre-scheduled, so we know what they are via the syllabus, and we schedule with the Disabilities Resource Center. They usually give me time and a half to take the exam, and I go in there and I use the screen reading software called JAWS. They put the test onto a floppy disk, so to speak, and I read the test questions and write my answers. The JAWS reads the text to me, and I type in my answers, and then I print it out and we give it to the professor. For things like quizzes, of course, my dad helps me in class, so he might take me out just for a little 5-minute quiz before class. He might take me out into the hall and read the questions to me and write the answers that I give him.
So your dad does attend all classes with you, or just some classes?
Most of the classes, yes.
So he works with the teacher in that sense.
Yes, we work with the teacher. Let them know about the Disabilities Resource Center and come up with plans if they are going to do the quizzes before class or what have you, or the quizzes during class.
So, and what could a teacher do specifically to help someone that is blind learn whatever subject is being taught? What would make classes easier? Like, as a future teacher, what should I know?
I guess one of the things, please be sure to read everything. Like when you're giving a lecture or what have you, read everything that is written on the blackboard so that the student will be able to take notes easily.
Sure.
And let's see, anything else? Read everything on the blackboard. Make sure all activities are going to be, for lack of a better term, ADA compliant.
Right.
Make it fun for visually impaired students.